Hello friends, Avi here. So this is the first video that I'm recording in this series, which is, I'm not sure what we're going to call it. By the time you see it, probably whatever name is there, we're going to stick to it. For now, let's call it Mindset Diaries. So what is this about? So some of you may know that I've been working with a mindset coach for a long time. And I remember the first time I said it, somebody on YouTube commented that, oh, they're the frauds, they're the worst. And of course, I couldn't disagree more because I really feel that working with a mindset coach has been one of the biggest difference makers for me. It's been night and day. It's been extremely powerful. And so I've worked with therapists before, psychotherapists, psychologists, right? And it is similar to that, but it's I feel it's more result focused and it's more positive focus. So therapists and psychologists, they're trying to get you from negative to zero. Mindset coaches take you from 0 to 100, right? So that's kind of the journey they pull you on, and it's kind of a subtle shift. So some of these sometimes working with a mindset coach, I would have these huge breakthrough, but more often than not, it's this constant pull. So she's kind of this force, this acceleration that's constantly kind of pulling me higher and higher. So that's a little bit about mindset coach and so forth. And what is the mindset diary about? This is something that I committed to my mindset coach, which is to basically vlog. That's with a V, about our sessions, and she's cool with that. And I'm doing it to share my journey with you, um, to give you an inside peek of what I'm going through. Because again, you probably heard me talk about it, that the outer success in my life has been preceded by the inner success, the inner journey. And I'm still on the inner journey, probably will be for all of my life. It's the infinite game that Simon Sinek talks about. Right, I promised to her that I'm gonna kind of share this journey, so I can hopefully take you along, share some tidbits, and also a selfish reason, which is that I feel that when I share it, I'm gonna be more committed to the things that we are talking about. All right, so with that preface, that took longer than expected, but hey, it is the first one. Let's talk about today's session. So today was a quick session. We've tried a few different things. Right now, the rhythm that we have is every month it's one 30-minute session, which was today's session, and one 1 hour session, which is a full session. So in today's session, it was a quick 30-minute session, and I didn't come with any specific topic in mind. And usually I just show up, and we were working on that. We talked about maybe I should be more intentional, like what do I want to talk about. But on the call today, it worked out great because we ended up talking about basically my sleep habits and my morning routine. Now, you've probably heard me talk about that too. So I heard a lot of these great people, the people whom I admired and wanted to be like them, and clearly they had both the things that I'm looking for: outer success and inner success, right? So, and one kind of follows the other. So I saw them as really, really successful. They were creating a huge impact and living a very blessed and contented life. I could tell just the way they talked, they shared everything. So I wanted to be like them, and almost every single one of them talked about the importance of morning routine and talked about their own morning routine. So I know it's important, and I have a fairly good routine, but I think it can get better, right? So that's what we talked about. So the first thing that we did was talked a little bit about sleeping. I wouldn't go into that. Sleep, if you ask me, is the third kind of the wheel of life. So we focus so much on diet and exercise, but we don't focus on sleep. So sleep is important, but we'll save that for later. Let's focus on morning routine for now. So morning routine is important. I've seen the greats do it. I've seen its impact in my own life. And recently, what triggered this discussion, by the way, was that I was listening to Robin Sharma. Now, Robin Sharma is a guy who coaches like Olympic athletes, top CEOs of businesses. We're talking like Starbucks, Microsoft, and he's been around, and he's a really great guy. I have read one of his books earlier, so I knew Robin Sharma, and I was listening to him on YouTube, and he talked about his morning routine and he had this amazing structure, and it's so simple. It's like 20-20-20. So it's a 60-minute routine. You don't have to do 60 minutes, by the way. You can do a 2-minute or 5-minute routine that is still better than nothing, right? So we can talk about that later. But he had this 60-minute routine where 20-20-20, first 20 minutes, he said you got to sweat. Do it whatever you want. Cycling, running, jogging, whatever, right? Doesn't matter. So 20 minutes is like basically physical exercise. You got to sweat. And then he talked about the benefits of that. And the next 20 minutes, he does journaling. And boy, the way he talked about journaling, I'm like, oh my God, I gotta go get a journal, which may or may not happen. We'll see. I've tried journaling. I haven't been able to stay consistent with it. It is a great thing if done consistently. But anyway, his next 20 minutes is journaling. And the last 20 minutes, he listens to great knowledge, whichever source you can get that. And I totally get that. I mean, man, there's so much to learn, and I love learning new stuff. Of course, there is a trick. You gotta kind of pick and choose and so forth, but and you gotta adapt it for yourself. So I like that structured routine. So that's what I talked to my coach about, and I listed out the things that I like to do in my morning routine. And I actually had a longer list than I expected. So I like doing 10 minutes of cycling. That's supposed to help with your sleep pattern, by the way. So that's why that's there, not really for exercise benefits. I hope I'm getting some exercise benefits. So 10 minutes of cycling on my stationary bike. I love making the bed. And that's also, there's a famous YouTube speech you probably have heard or have heard about, where I think there's this army colonel or something, and he's talking about, he's attributing his success to making the bed in the morning and all that stuff. And he talks about why. He talks about the science behind it too. So I believe in that. Make the bed. That's good. Shower. Yeah, work from home. But I like taking a shower. It's not optional for me. That works well. Protein smoothies there. Call my mom and dad. They're in India. Far away. I'm not there. The least I can do is call. I actually try to call them in the morning as well as in the evening. So call my mom and dad. Meditation, and there's a specific 20-minute meditation that I like to do, which makes my day amazing. And then there is a knowledge part, which Robin Sharma talked about. So this is listening to some podcasts, something on YouTube, something good knowledge, not like entertainment. All right, and do you have anything else? That's it. That's about it. And journaling, I put it as a question mark. Maybe I should do it. Robin Sharma, I mean, the way he talked about it was pretty amazing. So what happened here was that that I said that, hey, I mean, I see what Robin is doing. He's just structuring it. And right now, I kind of have a morning routine, but I kind of don't, because I just have these random things which I try to do, and I want to just add some more structure to it. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do. Maybe I can do 10-20-10 or something like that, or something like that. Where so for one, I said I want to make some core. You know how in college you have like core curriculum and elective curriculum? I want to make some of these core things. Like, I don't know, like maybe meditation is like, I always do meditation. I always work out on the cycle, first cycling 10 minutes, something like that. So I have core, and then the others ones are optional, which I can drop based on what's going on sometimes in the morning. And yeah, basically have a structure. So I don't have the structure ready yet, but I'll come up with something along the lines of Robin Sharma's 20-20-20. It may not be a full 60-minute thing, maybe shorter, but basically I'll say, yep. And I think that's gonna make it give me a lot more discipline. It's like, yep, my morning routine is set. It's, kind of 10 minutes I do this, 20 minutes I do this, 10 minutes I do this, and then maybe have these electives and optional. All right, well, so that was my check-in for what's kind of going on working with my mindset coach. Hopefully you got some ideas out of it. Hopefully you learned one useful thing out of this. I'll be sharing this journey as I go on this journey myself. Until then, power on.